What's up guys, welcome back, and today is going to be kind of just a once over of the expansion release, my thoughts on what I expect to happen, maybe things that you might want to do to get prepared. Let's just jump into it. As you can see, the Duneveil campaign comes out on the 18th. There's a few new achievements that you can reach. Level 90, spending your skill points, reaching 91 in hardcore mode, which is a nice title, probably a red title. The campaign, equip a soulbound item, and do a couple of other things. The last few are the boss APs, and it's more or less like a mausoleum type thing where we're going to be going through different hallways. Now, the first thing I noticed was shattered corrupt jewels. So we're going to be able to craft corrupt jewels, which is awesome. Quenching sapphire jewels look 1% gold loot doesn't look that great. The other jewels are for soul resistance and other things, so that's going to probably be going into our Doomstrider set. Each floor drops something else entirely, and each floor gets harder. So it looks like floor 3 is when things are probably going to be starting to get a little bit harder, because that's when we get our first artifact with a proc that does a AoE solar dot to 5 nearby enemies. They do have it misspelled there. Then we get a necklace that does another dot, and it reduces the enemy's damage by 80% for 5 seconds. And the 5th floor, it looks like the 5th floor gives us our proc. If you want to pause the video to see the procs, go for it, but that's what they are. It looks like basically just gives you 500 of your respective stat, 25 movement speed, 50% movement speed, and damage reduction. Okay. Moving on, it looks like we're going to have to craft the ring, belt, and bracelet. So those are the 3 things that we're going to have to craft. Now, it does look like the bracelet has an insane proc, 8,000 damage reflection. Wow. Here's the good stuff here. Radiant jewels. As you can see there, people are worried about their corrupt jewels. Oh, I don't want to sell them. I'm so worried they're going to go down in price. No, we're still going to be using corrupt jewels because we can't just have the radiant jewels in our gear. Otherwise, we would have no stat bonuses. We still need to have probably a mixture of the two. Okay. Leveling updates, pretty much just changes for noobs, people who are just starting to play the game. It's going to be a lot easier for them to get into because the maps, as long as you're not on elite mode, is going to be a lot easier. And there's a couple of new things that I kind of skip over. Buying on equip items, people ask me what do I think about that. I don't mind, I'm used to it. As for the fast cap, we don't get any vanity this time, which is unfortunate. I was hoping we could even just get that vanity right there, but instead we get a title and banner, and the first 10 get the badge and the halo. It seems like they are making a lot more halos and auras in the game and wisps, because maybe there's a lot too many vanities. I'm not sure why they're doing this, but maybe they want to keep the vanities behind the paywall. As you can see here, the crate drops all sorts of awesome stuff. And here is the catch. They want us to play mage. They want us to go roll mages right now because that is an exclusive item that drops in the chest that is only obtainable by mages. So keep that in mind, guys. I got a level 81 mage. I don't know if I'm going to play him, but so far I think this expansion looks awesome. I'm excited to play. I will definitely get capped to 91 but the first 5 days. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for congratulating me on Labyrinth, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.